Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unpredicted Party, the only Middle-earth TTRPG that will finally answer the question, why didn't they just take the Eagles to Mordor? And we are one step ever closer to finding out the answer as we are here at episode 72. Not only my fake internet namesake number, but we have come now to the point where, mechanically speaking, the players themselves can, in fact, reach the nest and Gwaihir if they roll well enough. I am your humble lore master who has guided you through this for the last 3 years, and around me are my internet friends. Say hi, internet friends.
Hello.
Few people to thank before we... Before we get started, we want to thank Sara Shunke. She goes by @Sarahmschunke on Instagram for the artwork. Lilwit, the cartographer, for the maps. The music is done by Cullen Vance. You can go to cullenvancecreative.com. The scheduling and organization of all of this is done by my wife. She goes by Nat20wife online. Thank you so much, honey. And the rest of it is done by you, live chat, who remembers things we don't. So if we mess up today, so sorry. We also want to thank our sponsors, the rookandtheraven.com for all your TTRPG note-taking needs, and the folks at Free League Publishing for giving us the One Ring early. But early, these days is now late because it's been 3 years and there have been several expansions and they're all very good. With all of that out of the way, is everybody ready to go ahead and get started?
No.
Well, let's go.
Okay.
Let's do this.
You guys aren't going to hear this because I haven't edited it yet, but I'm going to be playing the theme song in a minor key this time.
No. As you should. As you should.
Foreboding much?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
And welcome back.
Wow, that was foreboding. My word. Did you hear that? Did you hear that minor key in the theme song?
What's that minor doing here? Get out of
Wow,
here.
sorry, this is an adult podcast.
That key is not old enough to drink.
When we last left off, the party had been betrayed by their closest ally, Rayval. Much to the surprise of, well, was anyone here surprised? A little bit, Tori, I saw, but Zach, you said you wanted the betrayal.
Yeah. No, I was still surprised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he was acting shifty, I went, which is why I followed it. But it was still a moment of.
And then you killed Saruman again for the third time.
Yeah. That's a hat trick, baby. I got this boy. This is my bunny. I've got his number.
You do. Damn you. Okay, so with that betrayal, we learned that Havari was captured and Rayval was sent to do Saruman's dirty work in retrieving the cat Sauron, either dead or alive. But it was basically all for Saruman's naught because he was straight up murdered after Zach and Halloweth kind of just dead.
Fucking murked his ass.
Yeah. But not before Rayval just straight up gave him the cat body and got out of there as fast as humanly possible. There might have been a battle in that barn that I was ready for if it happened, but it didn't, and everything went really fast. And let's see how this final battle goes. We ended last...
Wait, hold on. You left off a key part. Christina Aguilera's Saruman put that genie in a bottle.
Oh my God, deep cut.
That's
yes,
nice.
That is true. Beery, using one of the wizard bottles, snagged a little bit of that black ooze, that essence, that life force that keeps trying to leave and come back and leave and come back. And it's now stuck in one of those little stopper bottles that Beery has held on to pretty much since he's been... I mean, you've been collecting them through most of the campaign, but I think this one was from Radagast. But anyway, you've got that. And then you heard the epic tale that Rayval / Don Marshall 72 wrote about the entirety of the campaign, which I will eventually release without all of the hiccups and sound effects and everything, just as its own poem, eventually. And at the end of the episode, you guys gained a fellowship point because Zach and Tori said Beery's name simultaneously over a Zoom call, and it was the most perfect thing I'd ever seen. And the reason you did it is because Beery jumped off of the top of a barn and landed directly on an orc's head, crushing his skull, but keeping the sort of like armor and stuff that he is wearing intact. Found some feed for the horses that this orc was carrying. You gave one of the horses to Havari and Rayval, who are making their way out of Mordor, and you were keeping, I believe we said there was 3 left, so that Beery may potentially be riding on one, and someone may also be holding Gorge. Am I remembering that correctly?
I think so.
Okay. Unless, Beery, do you want... I mean, you can have your own horse if you want your own horse. I don't really care one way or another.
Yeah, if Gorge and Beery can
Yeah,
share,
okay,
like,
cool.
probably the smallest horse. I don't know.
Yeah, there's no Shetland ponies this time, but yeah, we can put you on a horse and go from there. And Gorge can hang out there as well. There's no side cart, unfortunately, like your normal cart.
Damn.
Yeah, sorry. So, I will leave it to all of you to decide what to do with the rest of your time, as you have now made it 64 miles into your 100-mile journey with 27 fellowship points left. Oh, hang on. Thank you.
28.
Sorry, excuse me, 28. All right, how do I...
So currently done.
Yes.
We are riding. We are atop our steeds, and we're heading towards the nest. Correct.
That is entirely up to you. We left it with you guys having not left the barn yet, but with the potential of doing so. If you were to do it, based on your rolls last time, you would be able to make it a maximum of 21 miles today. That is sort of what you glean to be.
And this is
we're
like,
still at the barn.
Yeah.
yeah, this is like the next morning, right?
Yes. This would be
Okay,
the
cool.
next morning.
Cool.
Yeah, because we
There's
sheltered
definitely
in the
now
barn.
a naked orc outside there in the
Yes.
barn.
Yes.
Because all the clothing, the ramshankled armor are now like loaded up in like a nice neat little roll on his horse, just in case we need it.
Okay. Maybe.
I say we get there now as quickly as we can. I feel, because we all feel terrible.
Yes.
Right? We are all just miserable. We need to get out of here pronto. So saddle up.
Beery's been racking up those shadow points. That's no good. He's gonna start to be unpleasant soon.
What do you mean?
Did Beery get, just correct me if I'm wrong, I think you each have 1 shadow point, but Halloweth has 2? I think Beery only has the 1.
I have no shadow points.
You have no shadow points?
I
Well,
don't.
You all failed.
No, we all failed one check.
You
There was
all
one
failed
check.
the one
See
check
right
2
here where it
episodes
says
ago.
shadow points. I
Yeah.
don't
What
have any of those.
what had happened was we rolled that one time. All of us failed, but we weren't clear on if that was a shadow point or not. And then the next episode, Don was like, "Oh yeah, that was a shadow
It
point."
was?
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
So-
So we do
Yes.
all have one.
We all have one, and then I have an extra one because I flipped my lid at Rayval.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So
Oh yeah. You were like, I'm gonna kill this mother.
Yeah,
If I see you again, you're
he
dead.
does that again, he's dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. So
Let's roll out.
let's go ahead with our rolls. So before you begin, this is actually going to be different because you are going to be on horseback. So there are no stealth checks. There is going to be first a scan check. You are going to see whatever you see based on the scans that you roll, and then you are going to start making your way. I will have you make a series of other checks. You will encounter a number of things, events, blocks in your way. You can choose to ignore them and go right past it. There may be consequences to that later, or having other consequences to other players in the story, or later on in your fight with Gwaihir. There may be things you can use to your advantage. There may be things that will cause you no amount of pain and suffering that you definitely want to fight or kill very quickly, or just avoid entirely. So, to begin, everybody make me a everybody make me a scan check.
Good at those. Let's see.
I hit my target number
Beautiful.
with a 6.
All right.
Also beat my target number with a 6.
All right.
24.
24. Okay.
Wow.
Damn. Scanny.
19 with a 6.
19 with a 6. Okay. With 4 passes, out in front of you is Mordor. You've got a decent amount of time to go, but you can certainly make it in enough time. You're not entirely sure when, but out off in the distance to your left, you are going to see, off to your left, you see Mount Doom. Slightly further to your right, sort of dead center where you've been aiming this whole time, is the Nest. And to the right are the ruined remains of Barad-dûr, the tower. If you are staying straight on this path towards the Nest, what you are going to notice, far, far off in the distance, is the huge shape, or rather shapes, of multiple incredibly large animals moving in or around the Nest, with one incredibly tall figure that you would gather to be about 30 to 40 feet tall, that is sort of moving just over the horizon.
Like
Bipedal?
a humanoid figure.
I would ask anyone who wants to make me an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say incredibly tall with the other creatures, define incredibly.
The
30, 40 feet.
the mounds themselves, the movement, they're about 20 feet tall. This one particular long one is. Did you roll a Gandalf? Yes, you
Hey,
did.
yeah.
Focus. It's out of focus.
No,
but
I
it's
see it.
there.
I see it.
Mine went to Gandalf and then rolled over onto a 3.
Bummer.
Ooh.
Halloweth, best guess, doesn't need to be a guess anymore. There's a 40, 50 foot ent, and it is around the Nest, and it is moving back and forth very slowly, along with these other things that have.
Okay. He
Okay.
looks like he's allied with like he's shepherding these things, basically.
Mm-hmm. You would get that.
Interesting.
So that is an ent. And it looks like it's not on our side.
Unfortunate.
Right,
To say the
walking
least.
trees. Don, are there any trees that we can see on the horizon?
Make me a scan check.
Can I
Another
help
one?
Oh, here, I'm
him
just
with
opening
that?
up.
Yeah, go for it.
Like anything that's not rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe what just happened.
What just happened?
Oh no.
So on scan, I roll with favor
Yeah.
with 4d6s.
Oh,
And I
no.
just rolled 2 Eyes of Sauron.
Oh.
Oh.
Whoa.
That's never happened to me before, I don't
Oh
think.
my god.
That's
Wow.
wild.
1 in
Holy
144 chance. Okay.
I, however,
Yeah.
rolled an 18 with a 6, so I did beat my target number.
18 with a 6. Beery, you don't see anything. The crust in your eyes has actually made your eyes start to hurt a little bit, and it's like after you wake up, having been in like a cigar lounge or something like that for too long. Yeah, it's nasty. Tinel, you're looking around, looking for trees. There's maybe the remnants of an old dilapidated branch, or like some roots that shriveled up and died, but I mean, you're in Mordor.
Yeah. It is barren. They're going to know that we are walking up on them. Okay, I don't know how to use this, so I'm hoping for your help. And she looks at everyone. I still have the Palantir that Raval used. Faramir put it in my pack. There was just a letter that said, when all hope is lost, I don't I don't know what that means. I don't know what he even wants me to do with it.
Can I roll a lore check to see if I would, being, to use, I guess, the technical term, bloody old?
I don't necessarily think. Are you looking for like a coded message? Or...
No, not a coded message of just, kind of the way that Aragorn just takes it and it just happens. Like, if I can sense anything that it wants to... In the same way that the ring is kind of wanting you to do something, is there anything that the Palantir wants to happen?
So the Palantir is not technically sentient, so I don't think it would have a goal in mind or any sort of control over it. Give me an insight check, though. I might be able to give you one or two things.
Pippin like activated it without even knowing what the hell to do with it. It just kind of worked. Insight. 12, 14, 17, 19.
19. With a 19, I think you would get the understanding that the Palantir is not sentient. It doesn't have a mind of its own. If you wanted to use it, it would simply be a matter of taking it out from the cloth, holding it up in your hand, and waiting for somebody to have it with them.
It's essentially it's just a phone. It's just a FaceTime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Halloweth, actually, anyone here that wants to, make me an insight check.
Yes, please.
I also realized it was not 19. I did my maths wrong. It's a 20. But I
It's a
don't
20?
think if that makes any difference. I don't know if that
Yeah,
rolls over into the new
Not-
Insight?
echelon.
Yes, insight check.
Yeah, there it is.
What is it?
It's a Gandalf, baby.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Okay.
I passed.
Okay.
Insightful AF.
Amazing. So, Tariel. Tariel has a very interesting insight thing that I haven't really gotten the chance to use all that much because you haven't rolled insight.
Yes. Yes.
Tariel, you, out of basically nowhere, see off in the distance Halloweth, even though he's right next to you. But Halloweth is holding up the Palantir off in the distance and clutches it, and you see him nod, and then you see, just like Jed Brophy's kid in the movie, the eye contact from the vision that you are having with your gift of foresight. Halloweth's sort of spirit looks directly at you, and it fades.
What is his expression when he looks at me? What is his body language like? Does he look like he's in agony? Does he look calm?
Doesn't look like he's in agony or anything. He looks very much like he does now, disheveled and battered, but no less royal, no less strong than he does. It does not look as if a lot of time has passed. These visions do not necessarily reveal everything instantly, but he looks very much like he does right now. Same clothes.
Okay. I keep it to myself.
Okay.
There's nothing to report.
There's nothing.
I mean, make nothing of this vision unless do I feel anything? Do I feel a sense of foreboding?
You can go ahead and make me an awareness check if you would like to see how it makes you feel. But I think how that vision makes you feel is yours to choose.
And
your
how does
own
that make you
interpretation.
feel?
Yeah, it's like therapy with Sauron.
That's a 22.
With a 22, you feel a sense of foreboding, realizing that perhaps you've forgotten something that should have been remembered, and it dawns on you that you have one of the Palantir, and Gwaihir has one of the Palantir, and you also had the second one. So how was Rayval able to use the Palantir to speak with Saruman, unless, of course, Saruman, in his capturing of Faramir, also had it? Where that third Palantir is now, who's to say?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Wait,
We're-
I'm turned around.
I am too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I'm
Fair
there's
getting
three
nothing
Palantirs.
wrong.
There's 3 Palantirs. Okay,
Mhm.
you guys stole one from Isengard,
Yes.
and then there
Yes.
was the other one from Minas Tirith that Denethor had, that Faramir was using, and then there's the one that Gwaihir has. So when you're in Minas Tirith, you're in possession of 2 of them, one that Faramir has and the one that you guys had, and then Gwaihir has the other. You guys have one of them, you know Gwaihir has the other, and Rayval used the Palantir, to speak to Saruman.
Used a Palantir.
Used a Palantir
We
to
don't know-
speak to
okay.
Saruman.
Oh, I
Nope,
thought
we-
he
we
No,
used
don't-
there's a
we
third
don't-
one that's
mine.
unaccounted for.
There is a third one that is currently unaccounted for. It was previously accounted for in
Minas Tirith.
in
And
Minas
did
Tirith.
we just let Rayval ride off with it?
No, I have it.
You have it?
Yeah, it's the one that was in my pack.
If it means you use this when all hope is lost, then maybe number 3 is in the hands of someone we want to have it.
Or it's also the ability to let Gwaihir believe something that we want him to believe.
Yes.
Either way,
lot of power
it's a
will-
gamble. It's a
Yes.
whatever we broadcast, whatever we say through it, whatever it sees, and whoever sees us, we know Gwaihir will, and we don't know who else. Fun.
Either way,
Mhm.
Tariel sits on what she has seen.
Okay.
She's going to think about it for a little while. Put that in her back pocket. You all maybe, I mean, I don't know how insightful, how paying attention to her you are. If you happen to be looking at her at that moment, you see her eyes go distant, and then she's back.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And I think Tinel says, I don't think we should use it now. But perhaps when we get closer?
I wouldn't say that hope is yet lost.
I was going to
No.
say, I think we're still hopeful. Maybe not full, maybe, a third full, but hope third full.
Yes.
All right.
I don't know what it does. That is the only cryptic message he left me.
Terrific. Thank you, Faramir, for your lovely cryptic message. I love it when characters do that.
You're welcome.
Tell us what you want.
You're welcome. It's called Need to Know, Halloweth. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. So,
yeah.
It's not Halloweth, it's Saruman's Bane.
okay. Okay. But that means Beery
Yeah, put
gets
some
Balrog.
respect on Saruman's Bane, Don.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna write that down real
That
quick.
just means
Oh,
Beery
what?
gets Balrog's Bane because
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the rocks.
Terrific.
Steve's Bane.
That's correct.
Steve's Bane.
Steve's Bane.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, Steve.
Gone too soon, but not soon enough. All right. We begin.
How far would you say, getting back to the scene,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Beery's
yeah.
wiping his eyes. How far away is this end and whatever, like, ocean of hurting animals, monstrosities, however?
So you're
How far
currently about 30. Hang on, if I do my math right, 36 miles away from Mordor, or excuse me, from the nest. The beasts that you see far off would be at least a day's travel on horseback to get there and to figure it out. Distance for, I think, for a dwarf would be a little bit tougher just because of the eyes thing. As I've said previously, the elf eyes thing kind of breaks my game, so I'm muddling it all up because I don't want you to break everything.
That's fair.
So you would probably say that if you were to leave now in the morning, you would be able to encounter it towards the evening after a day's ride. That's not to say you won't run into any other things. And also because you're on horseback, you're going to draw a lot more notice.
Okay. Does it look like it's moving in either direction, or is it just like
yes.
sat in a way?
The beasts themselves look as though they are almost being herded in just like this sort of wide group style thing, with the large Ent sort of following behind it shepherd-like.
Interesting. It's a cattle drive. Which direction? So if we want to avoid it, which direction would we take?
You would have to head closer to Barad-dûr. They are heading right to left, or rather, they are heading from the east to the west, almost as if they're between Barad-dûr and the nest, heading towards the nest.
Okay. And I'm imagining like Beery's getting a lot of this information by asking questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
Cool. All right.
All
I
right.
guess we should steer a little bit towards Barad-dûr. That might also give us a chance to eye up the nest as we get closer.
Sure.
Right,
Especially we also see the state of Barad-dûr, because if it's empty, that's quite a high vantage point. We can have a little scout out as well.
That's
Well,
true.
it's just as a reminder, it has crumbled. Like it's not fully. Yeah.
Oh,
But is it like a mound at least?
It's a mound. Yeah, you can still see. It's
Terrific.
yeah.
Well,
It's not like a barren wasteland there.
it's a raised thing that we might be able to have a little look-see from.
Aye, perhaps we can fortify. Imagine the salvage. Eh?
No.
What do you mean?
That's not. I don't think that's. I don't know that that's
No.
salvage that we want.
Objects are not the evil ones. It is like the intent in which they're used.
Like, say, the ring.
Well, that one actually is a little bit evil. You're right. All right. Yeah, let's go to the broken tower.
Okay, to the broken tower
right.
it is. I need all 4 of you to roll d12s for me, please.
2 of them?
Straight D12. This for the. Oh yeah.
No. Sorry, one each.
Oh, 1 each.
Sorry, I didn't specify.
1D12.
1d12
Come on.
each.
Come on, baby.
6.
Okay.
6 as well. Totally average. Woohoo!
5.
6,
Oh,
6,
Charlotte.
5. Okay, Charlotte.
Oh no.
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 Yeah.
Charlotte.
Look,
All right. So this portion of
I'm
the
not happy about it.
this portion of the journey is not going to take you the full potential 21 miles you could go. It is going to take you 11 miles. I'm going to get rid of the lowest, get rid of the highest. So the 6 and the 5 is 11. So you are now at 75 miles through your 100-mile journey. You have 25 miles to reach the nest. I would say, though, as you are veering slightly more right towards the crumpled, ruined remains of Barad-dûr, that number is going to increase slightly just because, that's how triangles work and you need to have a little bit of a longer distance. So it being 25 miles to the nest, I'd say you could probably put it at about 30 miles to Barad-dûr. That was your first day of travel on the horses. So right now I'm going to need to make a number of checks for the various things that could or could not find you as you are roaming the plains.
Also, that's not how equilateral triangles work.
Well, good for me. This isn't an equilateral triangle.
Perfect.
7.
This is our
is our
fantasy
terrain-
world.
Yeah.
John, is our terrain just like rolling crappy hills?
You
and just
are
ash and shit?
in the midst of a plateau of loose rocks and divots and crevices and any number of things. You haven't quite gotten to the point where like Frodo and Sam can hide in a ditch made by like a crater or something quite yet, because those would mostly be less traversable by the horses. But it's not doing great. The horses are struggling a little bit, and it's as close as you are. It's rough. Okay, I rolled that's a 17, that's a 20, it's a 22. So go ahead and drink for that. But with a 22, I need everybody here to go ahead and make me a scan check.
Wonderful.
Tired of rolling
Oh,
12s. Tired of it. Okay. Oh, two
that is
sixes.
a
That's
Gandalf
fun.
with a 6. 2 6s, sorry.
A Gandalf with
Wow.
2 6s.
Yeah, baby.
I got 2 6s also.
Wow, okay.
Plus
I
a
just-
9 plus a 1.
Okay.
I just beat my target number by 2. Nice and boring.
Okay.
Good. Beat
Boring is good.
Failed.
Failed. Okay. Tinel, in that instance, you are the only one
Oh no.
not to see or hear off to your left, closer to where Mount Doom is, the enormous screech and wing flaps of a 3-headed fell beast.
No,
not
no,
this bitch.
no.
Are you
Oh,
on,
oh,
man?
come on.
It hasn't found you yet. It hasn't found you yet. It has not seen you yet. But you see it, and you know you need to be very, very aware of the fact that it is here.
Wait, with a Gandalf, I'm feeling like Beery might have saw it or like heard it or saw it just a little bit quicker.
Okay.
I don't know, whatever.
What are we
it doesn't
trying to
matter.
do here?
But Beery's going to quick, Lay down on top of your horses you're tied up, and he's jumping off his horse and getting into that orc guard in his armor, and is now leading all the horses on foot.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
You guys looked at me. You guys looked at me with judgy little faces.
Okay, Tanel's gonna lean down and go, how convincing do you want this?
Oh man, no. Like I want to see you. We have in plays in Erebor, we have these things called Oscars. I want you to win one of them.
Excellent. Tinel pivots herself and is like draped over instead, like with her stomach on the saddle
Oh.
and vibing.
She does. I would imagine she does this a little bit too quickly, and Beery got a great view of
Yeah.
that.
Perfect
Anyways,
elven ass.
we're not gonna let it die. Beery is leading the horses.
We're in
and,
Mordor where you
he's
can
got
choose both cake and death.
Yeah, he's got the orcish waddle going on. He's killed enough orcs. He's watched enough orcs.
Beery, I'm just letting you know you made an incredibly great move, because I'm going to go ahead and make a scan check here for the beast. But I'm going to do it with ill favor, but I need you to make me a persuasion check.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Okay, I think I'm going to spend a preliminary hope point.
Okay, before you do, let me just
this
let you know.
has to work.
This is, okay, I rolled a 7, and, okay, I rolled a 4. You have to beat a 16.
Oh, you can do
I'm
that.
going to take you with me. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right. Oh.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Oh, wow.
That's at
There it
least two
is.
sixes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Even just the D6s alone.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Whew.
3D. Oh, you just need
Speaking of
3D6.
Oscars, okay.
Okay.
Wow.
This is so great. Beery. The 3 elves tied up as prisoners, Tinel draped over the side. It takes about another hour, but you slowly see, just like those circling hawks, this 3-headed being start to circle its way closer and closer and closer to you. And as it gets
He's
over,
grumbling to himself like, "Oh, come on," and like he's janking, pulling the leads and the reins, just mumbling nonsense bullshit, orcish crap to himself.
as it gets closer, you see the rider on top of it as the Witch King of Angmar. For those listening on the podcast. Oh, the cast is collectively clenched.
Mm-hmm.
More like the bitch king.
Hey.
Got him.
And just like the little scaredy
good.
cat that he is, he's not worried about a dwarf doing he's not worried about an orc doing prisoner transport this far out. Something happened. Not his problem. And it flies off, circling, doing scans in the opposite direction. Well done.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent clutch
Ariel
move.
looks down and realizes that, as hunched over as she's been, both of her fists are white knuckled on her daggers. She looks at them like, "What was I gonna do with those?" Slowly releases them and straightens up.
As Tariel's kind of like releasing her hands and like kind of coming back to us a little bit, Beery with a big old just eating grin just releases the hood that was over his head, and see, made by evil hands, but used for good.
Dwarf of many talents.
Well,
Take a fellowship.
right.
Take a fellowship point. That was nice.
Fellowship.
Yeah, you guys aren't getting too much hope here.
No, that's
But you
fair.
are having friendship. Okay. We're then going to begin the next portion of our travel journey. If you would like to bed down for the night and camp, you may. It will potentially help you recover some additional HP, but you will need to go ahead and keep watch if that is the case.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Of course, there's a vote sort of a situation, but is there like a place that we can find advantageous for cover?
Yeah, that's yeah. That's the only way I think we should rest.
If you're
Is
look-
there is there a recess like in the dip? You know how it's kind of rolling up and down. Is there
Yeah.
like a dip one?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
like a little.
I think you could find a dip in the ground. You haven't hit road yet, but you feel like you're pretty close to civilization. I think sort of as the day comes to an end, you see there are smaller like lean-tos and buildings further off in the distance where you're getting to call it Mordor proper, if you will. Like, you know how there were
town
all of those
center.
like tents and all of those really random things. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
when
Is it
I dip, you
vacated?
dip,
Is it
we
just-
dip. Got it.
Yes.
And it's totally vacant and empty. Is that what I'm understanding? No.
What is totally vacant and empty?
Sorry, a lot of these lean-tos and things that
Oh
we're
yeah,
talking
sorry.
about.
Off these are still off in the distance. You would need to maybe do another travel roll for the day to get to them. But yeah, you don't really see anything covering
Are
this.
we? You all see Tariel bring her horse to a stop and look around, try to gauge from all of you if you are dismounting, if you're beginning to set up, but she is looking towards the nest. And you might hear her say, "It's not so far. It's so close."
Are we heading to the nest or Barad-dûr?
Or Baradur, sorry. We
I mean, to
could
be fair,
push
oh,
on.
do we need to go to Barad-dûr? Like, I mean, I know it's to get a scope of the land, but what else is there really to see that we won't encounter there? There's nothing we can really prep for. It's
The
almost like. Sorry, go on.
Oh, I was gonna say if Tariel says that, Tinel, off of her horse already, looks towards the nest, looks towards Barad-dûr, and says, "Perhaps we can see what is going on in the nest first. Then perhaps make our move."
Okay.
There's obviously something.
Well, yes, but
happening
if
there.
there's perhaps if there's patterns, if we can watch the guards, if there are
A stakeout.
correct, if we even see him.
Just a little closer.
We can
Okay.
do that.
Yes.
Okay.
First, let me tend to something. Is there anything that Tariel's carrying, especially as like an injury, that she's like, this is like, you know, when you're walking and you've got like a pebble in your shoe and it's like that's all you can think about. Is there anything that
Yeah.
Tariel's like?
Well, she's got the stab wound in her side
Yeah.
from when
Oh,
she
yeah, that'll do.
stabbed-
Okay.
I mean, but my HP is okay right now. I mean, physically she's okay. She looks like hell.
Well, yeah.
And she would probably still be experiencing that wound now as a mostly healed, because you healed her earlier, but as
Let
an
me
ache.
let me then just, as a healing check, I'm gonna change its dressing. I'm
Okay.
gonna just
Okay.
change the bandage.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the healing check that I do.
Okay.
And I get a 15, 17, 20 on my healing check.
20 on the healing
Awesome.
check. Yeah, roll me a d6.
A full 6.
I only needed 2 to get back up to max HP.
All
so-
right,
There you
Tariel.
go.
Thank you, thank
Dressing
you.
has changed. You're doing grand. Don't worry
There
about it.
we go. Okay. Are we continuing or are we resting? For the
We're continuing.
continuing.
Yeah,
Okay,
mhm.
great.
Yeah.
In that case, I am going to need everybody to go ahead and make me a scan check with ill favor, please.
Ill favor. Oh,
And this might screw it up. Can Tinel specifically watch the nest in the scan check?
Yes, I will allow you to do just a flat scan check. No favor in that one if you're looking out specifically just for the nest.
Yeah, she's looking for patterns to see if she can see guard rotations, how many people there are,
Got
type
it.
of thing.
From this far out, probably not unless you
Yeah.
roll something really good, but try it. See what
Okay,
happens.
just a flat roll.
Just a flat roll. Yeah.
ill
Come on,
favor. So I'm
baby.
going to remove this Gandalf from my scan check.
No.
I've got a 19 with 2 6s.
19. Okay.
I passed my target number by something. One or two.
All right. Okay.
Passed mine by 6.
By 6. Matt.
27 with 2 6s, baby. With ill favor.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
dark for dark business. His eyes are now adjusting to the
Yeah.
dark. Like,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
much
That
better.
helps. That helps. All right, Tariel, you rolled a
19 with 2 6s.
19 with 2 6s. Okay. So, Tinel, you are going to notice, looking only at the nest, that the large mounds, having gotten closer, are the beasts of Gorgoroth. If you're looking for a visual, these are the things that pulled Grond, the battering ram. And there are about 30 of them, and they are all on one side. Now, the further side, the most western side of the nest. The tree is also still there. The ent is there as well. And based on the very cursory sort of knowledge that you're able to glean from this, it looks as though they are being herded to a very specific point around the nest, and that the ent is attaching something to them. And it's not entirely clear what, but there is something going on that end of things. The other side of the nest, on the eastern side, looks clear.
Okay, Easterns. Okay, cool.
Great. Everybody else is going to see the following. There is movement much, much further ahead in one of the lean-tos that is not necessarily a lean-to, but, sorry, let me take that back. That is a kind of, like, dilapidated shack almost, but it's significantly more structurally sound, and it's much wider and larger and taller than any of the other buildings that you have seen. Oh, sorry, I should also mention, there are no windows.
It's just like a building, not a tower. A building.
Yeah, not necessarily a tower. It's probably 3 or 4
It's like
stories
a
tall.
warehouse.
Yeah, almost
And it's
warehouse-like.
Nest adjacent, or it's between us and the nest?
It is between you guys and the nest.
The
Do
hell
we
is
see
that?
any activity around it?
There is a slight movement, but nothing that you'd be able to glean from anything specific. Yeah, from this far away.
I mean, I could put on my costume again and introduce you all into this whatever the hell that is.
That's perhaps not a bad idea.
Let's
Don't
go
act
for
so
it.
surprised.
I'm not
how's your-
acting surprised.
Okay.
How's your
I
black
like it.
speech?
Oh yeah.
Black speech? Oh yeah, it's a bunch of like it's like that.
Perfect. Yes.
He's
Also,
not
the
wrong.
orcs spoke. They didn't just speak black speech.
That's true.
Yes,
They
that, yeah,
got
they
common.
they got Cullen. They got Western.
I have heard many of them scream in perfect common.
Mm-hmm. All right. You guys
Let's do this.
All right.
Ariel flips her
Beery
hood up
dons
and
his hood, his like crap armor.
All right.
Yeah.
So, having foregone the rest, please give me a flat D12 roll. Tell me who rolls higher than a 6. Or sorry, who rolls a 7 or higher.
Just D12s, all of us?
Just a D12.
does it
Higher.
mean?
All right. Zach, higher. Tori, higher.
11.
11. That is that a 3 or a 0?
That's an Eye of Sauron.
Oh, it's an Eye of Sauron.
Damn it.
Tariel.
2 for me.
Oh,
Oh.
Jeez.
Tariel.
Yeah.
Your leg hurts like crazy, and Beery, your eyes, it's still there. You can see fine, but you're blinking away, and everything is just there, and it's so frustrating, and you're in so much pain, and you're so close, and both of you take a shadow point,
Oh.
having foregone the rest.
Shards of molten steel fly into my eyes and just be stuck there for weeks. I know this feeling.
There we go. So, we're going to make our way towards this this structure.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
getting into character. He's good. He's already pissed. Okay.
Okay.
I'm imagining the same arrangement. God, now I got an eyelash in my eye. Shit.
Oh.
Full immersion, baby. I'm a method actor. I'm imagining this. Yeah, the same kind of setup. Everyone's kind of like, maybe we make it a little bit more believable. We'll tie just kind of lay reins over their hands, just kind of
Yeah.
around their hands, giving the idea that they're tied up.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, and then Beer's just kind of holding onto the bridles. All the horses are just kind of right up against each other, and Beery lets a little bit of darkness out, and he's grumbling to himself. Oh, we goddamn elves, getting into our business. And he's gonna walk over to this random place, just already grumbling, like announcing that he's coming, not just all of a sudden surprise them.
Okay. Great call, because a couple 100 feet before you're able to reach the front.
I literally just had a panic attack when you said a couple 100. I was like, a couple.
No. Distance.
Giant ants pour out of the ground.
No, that's
Oh
later.
my
No,
God.
I'm kidding.
No.
You hear a voice from the inside. Hey, you here?
No, hey yourself.
Are you here for the prisoner transport?
I am. I have the prisoners. Look behind me, you idiot.
Yeah, they were supposed to be humans. They're too tall to be humans. What is it?
What's the difference between elves and humans? They don't stink the same.
That's true. Yeah, all right, come in. Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, you gotta hurry up.
I'm persuaded.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Actually, with the armor, do it with favor. I'll give you that.
Hell yeah. Quick point of order.
Also,
Are the elves acting slumped over and passed out, or are we alert?
I am.
Okay, cool. That's what I was doing as well.
Not passed out. I'm acting listless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Cool.
I would just like to point out that we've walked through a river of shit. So
True.
You
probably
do
smells
smell
like an orc.
horrible. Horrible. All right, make me a persuasion check, Beery.
Okay. No big deal. You know what? I'm gonna burn another hope point.
We're in the
He's got a
end
lot of
game now.
We're in the end game. And it's dark for dark business. That means there's a lot of dice coming down now. Wow. There's a lot of ones.
Oh,
I'm just preparing your guys' hopes and dreams here. Okay. But there is a 6.
There is a
Let
6.
me just do some very
Okay.
careful math real
Okay.
quick. With 4 ones on the table.
Oof.
Yikes.
Fuck, I lost my number. It is a 21.
21. Okay.
Right.
I'm going to go
With a
ahead.
6.
With a 6. All right.
The orcs aren't very smart.
Orcs are not very smart. So,
But he's gonna have to sell it. With the 21,
Yeah.
he's got to sell it.
all right.
So whichever one Haloweth is, he's gonna grab the reins and just gonna just kind of like just superficially just smack the crap out of his backside. Yeah, you shut up, you damn elf. You and your flowery stench has been annoying me all this time. And he's like actually trying to like fight back some laughter.
I love it. Yeah, you see this out of sort of the depths. You see the door open, and an orc, just the most sniveling, conniving little dirtbag, like shuffling a little bit. He's got this gross like armor on that just looks like it's made out of slag, and he's holding like the remains of what might have been a chicken bone if the chicken
me
was.
that.
No, it's mine.
Give me it. I earned it carrying these lumps of shit all this way.
Where'd you even find them? We're not supposed to be scouting anymore because of the... No!
Because what? Because what?
Oh,
Give me
see,
that chicken leg.
you know we're not supposed to... Who are you? You can't have my chicken
Exactly
leg.
who I am.
No?
Actually, what orders have you got? I've actually not been in camp for a while.
When's the last time you went to camp?
It's been 4 moons.
4 moons!
I know I've been out.
The beasts have got... Did you take 4 days to get these?
Yeah. I'm kind of a fucking hero, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're a fucking hero, right? The beasts of Gorgoroth, they're pulling the nest to the big fire mountain thing. I don't necessarily... Okay. What do we want to do
I don't
with...
got time for this. All right, yeah, let's just get inside.
Hey, it's not my fault. My boss died. I wasn't the one that stuck the blade in his belly. I was the one that stuck the blade in the belly of the orc who stuck the blade. Just bring him in, and he ushers you in. Inside,
Okay, just-
inside, you
Okay.
see
This is my favorite thing that has happened in a long time.
inside of this structure, you see cages. Just dozens and dozens of cages. Some of them with skeletons in them. Some of them are empty. And some of them have a recognizable face in them as Grimbjorn's children sit inside
Yes.
this prison. Put them next to
They
the...
can't get a break, these kids.
Put them next to the changelings. And that is where we're going to go ahead and take our 5-minute break.
Oh boy.
This is going quite well.
Yeah, I think so. All right. I'll see you all in 5. Bye-bye. And welcome back. When we last left off, an encounter with the Witch King of Angmar and the three-headed fell beast was narrowly avoided. Traversing through Mordor, they now only have about 25 more miles to go, as they found themselves at this prison within Mordor. And within the prison are any number of empty cages and full cages, and cages sometimes filled with skeletons, some filled with actual living people. 3 of those people being Grimbjorn's children, Ashen, Rosen, and Val, whose name, oh my god, escapes
Isn't it
me.
just Ash?
Ash, sorry, Ash,
right?
yeah, Ash,
Name for trees.
Rosen, and Valgrim, who just goes by Val. So, we will pick things up right there as the orc takes a look at the 3 of you and says, "Where'd you find these ones?" And
Oh, some nasty fucking forest. Green everywhere. Disgusting.
was there food?
Where's the rest of your reinforcements? Is it just you?
Well, yeah, of course it's just me. Well, you've been gone for 4 days. They're all over by the nest.
What, are they preparing for something? What did I miss?
You missed a lot. It's hatching.
What does that mean?
Like, I imagine, like, we all, like, as a group, just kind of like,
What?
There's this tense. Yeah.
um,
The lump that is Tariel
Done.
just like leans a little in.
yeah.
Yeah.
As you know, as Beery is kind of like under a cloak, right?
Mhm.
You know, all this stuff. Is there an open cage anywhere, preferably behind this character?
Oh, you know what? Let me roll
Roll
a
for it.
luck check. I'm gonna say
Or
you
somewhere else?
you could
How big is it?
potentially maneuver it. It would need to take a couple of rolls, but on a luck, you know what? On an
You know what?
11
Is
or
there an open cage anywhere?
I would say there will be an open cage, but just for the sake of ease, on an 11 or 12, I will say it's right behind him. That's a 2. So no, it's fairly far away. It's on the opposite
It's
side of
behind
the
me.
room.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, you tell you, Pepang, what's gonna hatch?
The egg. You have not seen
You
it.
mean it will? Oh, Lord and Savior, Guahia's laying eggs. Who's he mating with?
Oh no. I don't know. Some bird thing? I don't know. I'm just here at the prison.
As he kind of like says that, Beery's going to like grab his shoulders, do one of those like roll backwards and vault this fucking guy like with his legs, grab that chicken leg in the process and throw this fucker into that cage behind him.
Phenomenal.
But don't forget about the chicken leg.
Make me an athletics check.
Yo, let's go.
He's
all
gonna make a
alone.
lot
This
of
is
noise in that
perfect.
cage. It's better to just kill him.
Nope.
No, we need more
Well,
info.
Okay.
I'll leave that to. We might need. You might have
All right.
info. Okay. I just gotta get my number of dice right. Here we go. Oh, there's a 6, but there's also 2 runs. But I rolled an 11, 16, 22, baby.
Oh my god. Wahoo! All right.
Is this orc airborne right now?
Hang on. I'm making an opposed athletics check. You
Come
can't just
on.
throw someone without their consent, without a little resistance. That's 4, 10, 18. That is a 19.
Ooh.
So, hang on though.
Okay. Narrate, baby.
You rip the helmet off, or you just... Okay.
Ha!
As you do so, he is shocked and is going to say, Meldoon, as you throw him back into the cage. The rest of you see Beery shocked. As
Wait. So as he gets launched into the cage, he's going to shut the bar door, latch it, and shove the chicken bone into to seal the latch, right? Like to lock him in there.
Hmm?
He looks to the others. Fucking Meldoon.
What?
What? That worked.
which should be a victorious moment for Beery, he just like walks off.
Wait, what's Mel
In a
doing?
daze.
What just happened?
Yeah, who's Milton?
Beery, would you like me to explain it, or?
Oh
Don't
no,
explain
I'm
it.
there.
Meldoon is the dwarf that
Yeah.
got Beery's dad to go to Moria and also ratted him out as the dwarf that was sort of being searched
That was the guy.
for.
So did we meet
Well,
him?
Holloway
back
You
in
met
the
him.
no
series?
idea.
Halloweth
Yeah.
does not. Halloweth has literally
This is
no idea of the
This is-
context
this
of
is
any of
what's-
this.
what's-
The
Oh, do
other
we
two
know
would
his name?
the other two would
Yeah.
recognize the name. Yes, the other two would
Yeah,
recognize the name.
I thought he was the one we talked to.
He was. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Tinel, now not even acting, is gonna go
Oh no.
over to the cages where the gremlings are.
You're alive.
Yes.
Oh, good.
We have to stop meeting like this.
Yes.
Yes, I'm afraid we won't be much help here. And you look at their bodies. They've been beaten. They've been tortured for information. Every horrible thing that you can imagine happening to them has over the course of the last few days.
How securely are they locked in?
Pretty securely. It's gonna take a decent amount of time to either get these open. But if you use weapons, you will risk making more noise. Or if you want to lockpick it,
Does the orc that we just threw in that cage have keys?
you can certainly try to find out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go
Yeah,
do.
that's how I was gonna try that.
Let
Go-
me
go.
out now, you
I'll let
traitorous
Halloween take this
dwarf.
Beery, is there anything we need to know more that you think from this orc?
Unresponsive. He's walking out of there.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Don't kill him quite yet, Halloweth. Tinel is gonna follow Beery out.
Yeah, Taria was gonna, but seeing Tinel go,
You can both go
We
if
can
you
both-
want.
Yeah, we could.
I'm not gonna leave Halloweth with.
Great
I mean,
call.
you can. I'll be.
Alan.
I think I'll be fine. Alan isn't exactly a threat right now, and if I can't kill one orc, I deserve to die. This isn't. I'll be fine.
Taria will also
You go check.
follow
I'm
Beery.
not very good at the chats.
So much with the talkies.
Yeah. Tinel will walk in front of Beery and just very quietly say, "That was the dwarf we met in Minas Tirith."
Um,
I'm actually going to take my headphones off for this.
Good idea,
Oh,
Zach.
yeah.
Great idea. Thank you. Thank you.
The honor. Forced to stop. He's not going to walk through 10. Looking at his feet. He's looking around, just clearly trying to search for answers. But how would a fucking... How would he know... But him, Meldoon.
She puts her hands on both of his shoulders. I know. I'm sorry. It seems I don't know how he knows how they know each other, but something must have happened. Do you want us to ask?
You heard it, and he actually just kind of like leans into her, and she places her hands on his shoulders, and just you heard it too, right? This is a trick.
She's just gonna hug him. Say, I heard it as well. We can ask if you want or leave it a mystery. It's entirely up to you.
My only memories of my dad are of bravery. He was a hero to me my entire life. All I wanted to do was impress him. His memory. But what does it mean if he was taken from me?
So sorry, Barry.
What does that mean? No, what does it mean if he was taken from me?
I know that pain. I know it's hard.
For in my entire life, I could just blame orcs, huh? It's easy to blame an orc. Kill him. Good. It's good fun. But if he was taken from me by my own people, by Muldoon.
I know. Now listen to me, Barry. I know that anger. So, do you want me to try to find out the truth? Or do you want to still blame the orc?
My mind, it's always questioning. It's always wondering, what happens if I do this? Maybe if I make that, this will happen. I can't stop questioning, Tin. If I stop questioning, I'm no longer me. I must know. But if I'm there, I don't know what I'll do.
It's all right. Whatever you do is the right thing. Grief and mourning are strange things.
Fucking Tin.
Hmm.
He was right in front of me.
Well, he might be right in front of you again. One day. And then we can really have answers. And he won't be able to lie if we figure out what this orc might know of him.
And then I say, you do with the orc what you will.
Aye. Yeah. I don't trust myself to not get. All I want to do is peel his skin off. Maybe after I pull one fingernail after another. I just really miss my old man, and those responsible are in the way of that.
I know.
I trust you to talk to it, not me. If that's all right with you.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Tin. You're always there for me.
And she turns and looks at Tariel. Both of us?
Beery, I'll stay here if you like, or I'll go in if you like.
I spent a lot of time alone. I like being alone. I mean, like, my thoughts are clear, right? They're not muddled by a bunch of people talking and things. But right now, I would love a little company. Thank you.
She'll
He just
nod.
plops down. He sits.
Yeah, and she'll just nod at Tinel like, you got this.
All right.
Great.
He wants to hold Tariel's hand, if she'll let him.
Yeah, so he's plopped down, and she'll plop down beside him and sort of take his hand in between two of hers. And close her eyes. And try to let her body relax in a way that he will understand as a cue for him to also try or speak. She is calm, she is receptive, she is listening, she is with him.
Kind of like one of those, like when you're around people, like in like a yoga class or something like that, where all of a sudden everyone's like doing like really nice consecutive breaths and everything slows down. Everyone's closing their eyes. And you're like looking around like, oh, yeah, right. Beer's going to try and emanate the vibe a little bit. Trying to calm down because he is getting there. Yeah, he closes his eyes, starts breathing. I imagine like maybe synchronized breath a little bit.
You can go ahead and take a fellowship point for that.
Aw.
Hey.
If we get Zach back in.
Yes.
Yeah, should we allow Zach back in?
Zach.
Text him.
Zach.
Oh, okay.
Headphones. Hello.
Semaphore.
Right. All right. Tinel.
We're back up one fellowship point, right?
Yes. One
Yeah,
more
We're now at
fellowship
30.
point.
Yeah, we're at 30.
We're at 30 now?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, you
30.
well done, guys.
We did a friendship.
Did a
You did a
friendship.
friendship. Oh, excellent.
Tinel,
Yes.
you are going to walk back in. And
Yes.
actually, I'll actually say while this is happening, let's do a quick simultaneous thing. Sorry, Tinel, give me 30 seconds. Halloweth, you're still there with the orc. Are you paying it any mind? Paying it any attention?
I'm gonna listen. I'm assuming he'll have lots to say. Orcs are rarely silent. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
it's very
listen.
much a, hey, let me out of this thing. I can give you so much. I can tell you so much information. All you got to do is just let me out. Just let me out.
No, you can tell me now. I have all the power in this scenario right here, so you can tell me the information, and I will then let you out. That's how this transaction's gonna work.
Yes, but there's nothing stopping you from killing me after I tell you the information, and I need guarantees for my...
Guarantees. Well, okay, you don't have to tell me the information, but what information do you have? And I'll deem if it's useful or not.
Well, I seem to still be in this cage, so there's not much incentive for me to tell you.
I could kill you right now.
So do it.
And
Huh? Come on. Come on, then.
can I shoot an arrow into his foot and just pin him?
100%. 100%.
Wonderful. I mean, I'm assuming he can't really go anywhere. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, nope. Oh! And he just
Okay, that's
screams.
1. I think by the looks of your limbs, that's 1 out of 4. So you can tell me something now, and I won't shoot another.
You won't do it twice.
Is this the game you really want to play? Actually, you know what? Wait, hang on. He's gonna shoot his other foot. Yeah, he's gonna pin his, yeah, sure. He's gonna shoot his other foot. Thunk. That's 2 speed.
Listen. And you see the scream is just like reverberating throughout the entirety of the of this building. I don't know what you and your dwarf friend and your 2 other elves have in mind, but you can't stop him. You can't stop him. He's too
I'm not
powerful.
looking. I really don't need a pep talk. I'm looking for information. If you could.
What information do you need? I'm in a cage.
You're in a cage. You said you had information for me.
Well, that's before you shot me twice.
Okay, he's gonna open up the cage door. There, it's unlocked.
Hang on.
He's got 2 arrows in his.
I've got to
foot.
figure
What's
out
that
how
do?
stupid this orc is. Let's see
I-
how stupid this orc. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this with ill favor.
I love this Halloweth.
That's...
He so rarely appears and he's so good.
All right. That's a 4 on the D12. 8, 12. Okay. He's not that stupid. He's staying exactly where he is. The arrows are staying in place.
Okay, there you go. I've unlocked. I've let you out. To give me
Tinel,
information.
you walk in and see this happening.
Oh, hello. I saw. I was giving. This is sort of an interrogation, but honestly, it's just a chat between heart to heart, between just 2 guys, just 2 people, just here, chatting away, weren't we? Ugluk.
Interesting.
Nice name pull, Zach. Very nicely done.
Yeah.
Tinel steps sort of beside Halloweth and says, "Well, I do have a question before you
He's gonna-
continue on."
He's gonna look to the orc. My colleague has a question.
Right.
So it seems that we actually don't know the dwarf we've been traveling with. So how do you know this, Meldoon?
You got captured by an orc, you didn't? No. Wait. You're trying to trick me. That's
You said a
definitely
name.
him.
You said a name, yes.
Yeah, maybe
We
I
thought
did.
he was someone else.
Obviously.
So who's this Meldoon that you know?
He's a dwarf that's been helping us. He what
Has he?
built this place. He what built the
Ah.
cages. He You promise not to kill me?
She looks down at the arrows between his feet, or in his feet, and goes, and looks back at Halloweth and goes, well, he's not going anywhere.
Not anytime soon, no.
I promise not to kill you.
What about your friend?
Me?
Yeah.
I promise I won't kill you.
And what about your other friends?
Oh, we all promise we're not going to kill you. Spit it
Yes.
out.
Meldoon's been helping us. Meldoon's been helping us hatch the egg.
Oh, tell me about this egg.
Well, it needed heat. No one can break through it. So they're taking it and they're dragging it. This is so painful. The beasts are going to drag it to the mountain so that the shell will crack and the dragon will come forward and cover all the world in flame and shadow.
This dragon you speak of, was it something else before?
I
A
don't
bird,
know.
a man?
I don't know. I just know that Guahir wants it hatched.
Ah, a little pet of your new Dark Lord, then.
Yeah, maybe he's had lots of them. Disposed of most of them, set them free. Killed some.
But Meldoon, he knows about this egg, what to do exactly about it.
I can't say. I never actually spoke to him, only heard what he said.
Oh, he's very high up, then.
He might be there now, I don't know.
Interesting. And she looks to Halloweth and gosh, she goes, we might have a larger problem.
Than the bird? Okay.
There is a rat amongst our allies. Guahir may know more than we think he does.
And we don't know who this rat is, I assume.
It's Meldoon, the dwarf.
Who you have not met yet, Halloweth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, I assumed. Well, Meldoon, the dwarf. Okay. Sounds like a less than stand-up fellow.
Yes, we met him. You were indisposed of.
Ah,
We met
bedridden.
him in.
Okay.
Yes, we met him in Miss Tirith. Was an assumed ally. He came with Thranduil's army, I believe.
I see. And where is Meldoon now?
I think still in the White City. Or at least with our forces, or perhaps now with the egg.
Okay. And no one else knows about this.
This is the first I am hearing of it.
Wonderful.
Exactly.
Okay.
She actually leans out to see if, and look out the hole to see, the doorway to see if Beery has moved or is looking.
Right now, doing nice controlled breathing, holding
Okay.
Tariel's hand.
Perfect. Okay. She
Can
leans back.
I do
You want to do a thing?
an awareness check to see if I am able to passively overhear any of this with my elf ears?
Yeah, go for it.
'Cause
Just tell me if
she's-
you beat it or not.
She's in the moment with Beery, but I think there's a part of her that, in the name of wanting to protect him, wants to be aware of what is going on
Mm-hmm.
inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Orc question while that's happening. How many orcs surround the nest?
Many.
Great.
Thousands. Maybe. I don't know how
Thousands.
many are left.
Okay. And do you know where your Dark Lord is now?
Probably in the nest or Mount Doom, or I don't know. I've not. I've
But
not
you must have
seen
been
it.
here for a while. You've noticed his patterns. Where does he go and when?
He flies between the nest and Mount Doom every day. I don't know when. I don't know a time. I just know that he flies there, and that he never comes here. Can't be bothered, you see. Liked it better when Sauron was here. At least then he would come torture the prisoners with us. Yeah.
Interesting.
Not like he was.
Good to know. So he has 2 locations, which means he'll be here. He's not flying out anywhere else. It's good to know. From a player standpoint, how would I be able to hear anything else that's happening outside of this kind of barn? Actually, you know what? I will do it from a character aspect. He's gonna he'll say to the orc, "Won't be a moment," and he's gonna go up to. Are the cages like stacked up? You said there's no windows actually, so never mind. He's gonna go outside.
Okay.
And he's going to scan around, see if anyone's hearing this orc scream, or if he really is the only one around here.
Okay. Tariel, what did you roll for your check?
I very much passed my awareness check. When Tinel looks outside, she will probably just feel a little flicker in awareness through Osanwe that she has been perceived.
Okay.
But outwardly, Tariel does not move.
Do we have us? I thought we didn't have a sound way in Mordor.
You do not.
Oh, I thought we did like when we were like real close. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Like an ear twitch.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's some subtle sign that Tariel at least can hear her and is aware of her approach and probably aware of what else is going on inside.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
But she doesn't look up or say anything to acknowledge.
Okay.
I beat my target number for scan with a 6.
Target number with a scan with a 6. The beasts of Gorgoroth still off on the path. Actually, hang on. The beasts of Gorgoroth still off sort of the to the west of the nest that you now know houses a dragon's egg. I think the very first thing you notice is that when you walk out, there's the semblance of a road. And the road leads further closer to the Barad-dûr area as it kind of snakes back and forth alongside these sort of, off in the distance, there are cliffs that sort of peel off. The road gets very narrow. But as of right now, you do not see any other creatures coming towards you. It seems as though the screams were not necessarily met with any friendly ears to this orc.
Terrific. Okay. He's going to go back inside. Tinel, is there anything else that we need to know from this orc in particular?
Yes, actually. Is there anyone else at Mount Doom besides Gwai here when he flies there?
I've not been to the Great Mountain in many years. I wouldn't know. Guess you'll have to kill me.
Oh no, we promised you we wouldn't, and we keep our promises in this party. Anything else at all? I have nothing else that I need from this orc. He's gonna glance to Tariel as well outside, kind of with Barry. Anything you need from the slimy one?
Tariel will squeeze Beery's hand, and by now has opened her eyes and is just watching his face, waiting for his answer.
His eyes are still closed. Breathing slowly. He's calmed down a little bit. She has soothed him quite a lot. He does not respond. He seems very placid.
She waits a beat, and then just to make sure, she will say, "In darkness, many may fall under shadow. What do you choose tonight, Beery?"
Hmm. We can't have him go running off and telling anyone about us. It's not his fault that he knows about a betrayal. You know, it's funny. I would have never thought my people would. One of my people would have betrayed us. We're steadfast. We're proud of that. Hundreds of years we've, resisted corruption because we're hard. We're like stone. But he's not my people. They're not my people. And he gives a squeeze back. You're my people. Kill the orc.
No. We said, and I do keep my promises, to be fair. Barry, do you have any? Can I borrow a set of tongs from your blacksmith backpack?
Perks up. Kind of like rejuvenated with like kind of a new sense of like balance.
Yeah.
You know when like rage hits you and then all of a sudden you settle down a little bit, take a couple of breaths, you're like, okay, all right. You need something made.
I do. Well, no, not quite made. I just need the tongs real quick.
You're a good smith. All right, very well. You know, he pulls from his belt a pair of tongs.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Orc, we keep our promises here. We are not going to kill you, but we can't have you telling anyone, your compatriots, where we have been or that you've met us. So this is going to hurt, and he's going to take his tongue.
No.
And then just one side movement with a knife.
I'm just letting you know. This may get you shadow points.
Yeah. He's kind of pissed. He's in a bad mood.
Tongue comes off easily enough. Halloweth, you're gonna take 2 shadow points for that one, actually.
Whoa!
Yeah, like
Okay.
maybe can by now. I don't know what Beery's doing. Tariel has risen.
Mm-hmm.
She's walking into the building. She walks through the doorway at this precise moment.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at Halloweth with an expression of horror that he will recognize from Rohan. This frozen look of, I don't know you, and I wish that I didn't. And then swallows it. Nothing can be done now.
I keep my promises. I wouldn't make soup with this, though.
Ew.
Tinel, just kind of blinks, takes a deep breath, and goes, we need the keys.
Yes, and he's just going to take them. I mean, he's next to the orc. He's going to take them from his belt while he's, clutching.
They're not on his belt.
Well, that should have been one question we asked.
That was definitely a question to ask before I did that. Yeah. Okay.
You're feeling better.
Yeah.
Kinda
Barry,
walks in.
you know locks better than anyone. Would you mind?
Oh, be my pleasure.
Hmm.
Thanks for silencing that royal shit.
Your tongue, good sir.
Oh, and he just kind of looks at the boss and
He'll wipe him. It's not gonna be. It's fine.
sheaths him on his belt. He hated this orc. That's a tongue that bared some of the worst news that Beery's ever heard in his life. He's happy about this, but is not vindictive. He's just a little, either by knocking these locks off with a hammer or by picking them, Beery would like to take these locks away.
Yeah, Beery, these are dwarven locks, easily recognizable. So I'm gonna have you make. I'm gonna go ahead and have you make me a craft check to pick these locks. Should be fairly simple. You can actually. Are you favored in craft?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So go ahead, roll with favor, and see how that
You
goes.
already got it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Beat it.
It beat it by a lot.
Okay.
Do you want exact numbers?
No. Just let me know if you beat it. So the lock containing the 3 Grimbjorn children, who I think we're going to say at this point are just unconscious. They look horrible. They have the absolute snot kicked out of them, but they are alive.
Okay. Are there any? Is there anybody else in these cells?
You're
are
gonna
there-
need to look second floor, third floor. There's so
Oh,
far you haven't heard
Jesus.
anybody. You haven't heard anybody cry out for help.
Let's make sure that there's no other residents.
Yeah, let's do the
Yes,
rounds.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Real
Everybody make
quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
These locks, are they built in or are they like a bracket?
They are a bracket. It clearly looks as though something has been made sort of piecemeal in that here show me the pieces that you have of and I'll try and build a cool Legos out of it, but it's not the one that they're looking to build.
Cool. But
originally.
but the lock is like, is it very much so like an obvious dwarven make?
I think to Beery it would be. I'll say to you've got a decent sense that it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna take one then.
Yeah, go for it. There's as many as need to be there if you want to grab
Okay.
more than one.
You
There's a
know
few.
what? Yeah, I'm gonna grab 3.
Okay, yeah, 3 locks. Sounds
You're
good.
learning. Yes. Take the things.
Okay.
And speaking of taking the things,
Yes.
as the elves kind of like shuffle off to look for any other prisoners, Bree's gonna grab that tongue.
Ugh.
Okay.
Tongue's coming with us.
Okay. Time's coming with us.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I just tossed it, so it's yours.
Ew.
I'm not gonna do anything with it.
Okay.
Is it a scan check to check other
Scan
things?
check,
Or, I
yeah.
mean, as a scan check, I mean, we're just wandering around.
If you want, you can make an explore check. But I mean, I'm just scan is just looking around, seeing what you can find.
Yeah, sure. Oh, and then I see shit. I got an eye of Sauron, so who
Ooh,
knows?
yeah. No, you're not feeling it.
No, I don't feel it.
Anybody else? Scan check. Doing some math.
I will check the other floors
Okay.
as well for.
All right. Who's going to the other floors? So Beery, you rolled
I-
as well.
Purposefully take Tariel with me.
Tariel is actually going to stay. Well, you
With
can
the
try.
Grimbjorn kids?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
Keep an eye. Okay.
I'm gonna try. Then I have something for that too.
Okay, so Tinel, you're going. You roll an Eye of Sauron, Halloweth, so you're going. Beery, are you also going as well?
All he did was pick up that tongue. So yeah, he could.
You're gonna
could
go
do a
scan around?
scan
Okay.
check, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and you all three of you
before I-
passed? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Tori.
Sorry, that I haven't rolled yet. Then before we go up to check, Tanel's gonna like try to bring Tariel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And would you like to join us to see if there are any other survivors?
I need a moment.
And she turns back to Tariel and very quietly says, "Their shadows will pass, but we must make sure they do."
We have tarried in this land too long.
I agree.
I do not know that the shadow will ever pass from my heart. Can we truly say that it will from theirs?
I believe so.
Well, you have a wealth of experience that I don't. I will trust your optimism.
It's all we have left.
She doesn't look like she completely believes you or herself, but she will nod.
All right.
Look after the Grimbjorn's children. We'll be back shortly.
Okay.
Okay.
Heads upstairs.
And she will, as everybody heads upstairs, she will just approach the Bjornlings and say, "The horses await outside. Will you see to them?"
as they're sort of slowly coming to consciousness in all of this.
There's
Yes.
water and food.
We could use some. Are you here to save us, or do you press on?
Let us determine that when you have eaten and rested.
Okay. And you're gonna watch as Val grabs her brother, the one that's not a tree, by
Don, your
the...
volume's down a little bit.
You're going to watch as Val grabs her brother under the arm, the one that's not a tree, and just kind of slowly start to walk him out, sit him down, tries to like prop the one up from the tree, and you can kind of see there are gashes and scars in the bark of this guy's like arms, and he's trying to support her, she's trying to support him, and it's like this weird three-legged race of like, no, I'm fine, no, I'm fine, you're the one that's in pain, let me help you, like two people pleasers trying to please each other. And it's not going well, but they do eventually make their way outside. The rest of you on those scan checks, Tori, if you don't mind rolling again, and then Zach and Max, I believe you said you both passed.
26, yeah.
The what? Sorry.
The scan check for looking for the rest of the prison.
Oh no, I failed. I got the Eye of Sauron.
Oh, that's right. You did get an Eye of Sauron. Okay, yeah.
24 for me. So
24
yes.
for you. Beery and Tinel. What you find is the remnants of what used to be a prison, a kind of torture chamber of sorts, to get information, to store people until they were needed. And the amount of skeletons left in the cages, the amount of open cages, leads you to believe that those that were not strong enough were left to die, and those that were have since been moved somewhere else, similar to what that orc was saying about capturing people and sending you guys away to some sort of work thing. But there's really not much here. And again, I just want to emphasize, Mordor doesn't have a lot. It's very bare bones. The metal that you're going to find is scrap metal. The food that you're going to find is filled with maggots, and none of it is fresh. There's no water to speak of. It's wine skins here and there. You see the orc's like one place that he was sort of like hanging out waiting for something to happen is basically just like a chair and a table with a wineskin on it. And that's the source of basically his entire entertainment. And
Doesn't happen to be any other orc clothes, uniforms, armor hanging around.
you know what? Hang on. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there are. You see two of the orc sort of armory, not like cloaks or anything, but like scrap metal armor, plate. Because remember, orc armor isn't like pristine and refined. It's very much haphazard and thrown together from whatever they have at hand. So, I mean, look, if you really wanted to, you could disguise yourself as an orc just by covering yourself. And okay, you want to do that?
Yeah, that's what I was planning on, to get at least one more disguise, just in case.
I think you could get at least two more people fully disguised. It is going to look a little bit different because obviously orcs are not elf height.
Yeah, we'll have to crouch a little bit.
Yeah,
but yeah, no,
you'll
that was
to-
the plan. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Okay, if you would like to, I think just given what you had explained you're trying to do, I will allow you to be able to find an outfit for all three, but one of you is going to have to make a persuasion check with ill favor, and I will leave that to you all to decide which one.
Cool. Okay, perfect. And Tinel will gather that and all of that stuff and come down.
Okay, you guys gather all of that stuff while you are up there to find Tariel. What do they find?
Tariel's not there. She's ostensibly gone outside to, help the Bjornlings.
Got it. The orc, however, in the cage is dead.
Oh, he is?
Oh, shit. Halloweth.
That's not meant to happen. I've taken a few tongues and that doesn't happen.
Damn.
Okay, just like now we're in Mordor. Tinel's suspicious. Did he bleed out? Did he bleed out?
Is it just a bleed out?
Yeah.
Like,
Make an insight check.
Yeah, I'm afraid. Okay.
I pass.
16. Yeah, I pass as well. By 1, but I pass.
What are you doing to look at the orc itself?
I'm looking if there are any other injuries.
Do you take the orc's armor?
Oh.
Yeah, sure. Well,
Sure, yeah.
I'll remove it as the beginning of an autopsy kind of thing.
Yeah, and
Like,
well,
let's check this out.
Tinel's got all the other armor. It might make sense to take.
Yeah.
There is a very thin, long wound just under his ribs.
Did he?
It's pretty deep.
Oh god.
Yeah, and she like shivers and goes, "Did he gut himself?"
Is there like, and where that thin wound is there blood then coming down from it?
Yeah.
It appears he did. Well, at least free will is here in Mordor.
As he sees, his compadres undressing this orc, and look how the tables have turned, huh? You judging me on the first time, and look at you now.
This is an investigation, but you make a point.
In the criminal justice system, the orcs are represented.
Dun dun.
Dun, dun.
CSI Mordor.
Yeah.
Ooh. I need Horatio Kane to be involved in that with the glasses and the Who song coming out for sure. Yeah, you guys now successfully have 3 sets of orc armor that are available to use for your disguises as you will. You see that Tariel has taken the Grimlings out. They are eating what food you have left, which is not much. A couple of pieces of lembas, and just kind of trying to recover their strength.
Tinel is, as they're kind of walking out, Tinel's gonna grab Beery's shoulder real quick and say, "Did you hear everything you needed to?"
More than I wanted to, but I have a lot of thinking to do. And if I ever see him again, I have to be prepared for what comes next. I really appreciate your support back there.
Of course.
Truly.
But I just want you to remember what I said or what I wrote. Don't lose your light, okay?
Do my best, Tin.
And she walks towards the Grimlings.
Okay. What are we all doing as this scenario changes?
Tariel is maybe just finishing overseeing, making sure that everybody is eaten, they're sitting, whatever they need to do to sort of recuperate. And as her compatriots approach, she will meet them halfway and in an undertone say, "We have to figure out what to do about them. They cannot make the journey."
No, I agree.
We could stay here. You could come get us later. Perhaps the moth will return and we can...
What will you eat? There's no water. There's...
The moth?
The thing that captured us. The
Tori,
great beast.
Tinel, the scales
Yes,
in the forest.
that's right. Sorry. A lot has happened. Will you be fine by yourselves?
With all due respect to you four, we've survived here this long without you. We'll find our way.
Was that orc the only one here this entire time?
No. In fact, someone should be coming by soon. to relieve him, so we should make ourselves scarce. May I humbly request use of a horse?
That was going
Yes.
to be my next question. Can we spare a horse?
Barry
think
can
we
ride
can.
with me.
Can I? And you guys hear Gorge talk for the first time.
Oh,
Barry,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much help I'm going to be out there with you anymore.
Oh no, oh my God. Oh no. Oh God.
Because
Oh,
if I'm
man, okay,
if
okay,
I'm in danger, you're going to come rescue me, and if you're in danger, I'm going to come rescue you, and I'll make sure they get home.
You're very brave and
I'm-
amazing friend.
I know.
But we've never been apart for years now. I don't know what I'll do without you, pal.
Well, I'd like you to go save the world, but
I'll do my best. Hey, but you have an important task on your hands. We'll meet again, huh?
I don't
I got mine. You got yours.
I don't think Grimbjorn will ever forgive us if we didn't make sure that his children were in safety. And you're gonna watch Val put a very, very light hand on Gorge. We will keep each other safe, my friend.
Gives a very grateful nod of appreciation to Val, but then looks back down to Gorge and kind of takes something off of his person. He's a jangling mess of baubles and trinkets, but he has Grimbjorn's tooth armband.
Oh, yes.
And he's going to put it around Gorge's neck, and this should always belong to the protector of Grimbjorn's children. You're a good pig.
I'm not sure if boars can cry, but a single tear, single tear runs down.
Single tear.
Yeah.
I love you, pal.
I love you too. I'm sorry I didn't speak up sooner. I just I'm
Don't be
scared. I'm scared.
I'm scared too. And he just pulls him into a hug. You're gonna do great.
So
I'll see
you.
you again.
Yeah, I know.
Look, hey, think of this. Picture this, my friend. When we settle down, I'm still lining things out. But when we settle down in the glittering caves, I'll have our business name together. With your snout in my hands. Think of this. Gorgeous Creations.
Oh.
That's gonna be the name of it.
Oh, okay. Well, now we better survive.
We
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
Think of the merch. It's gonna be fantastic.
We could be rich. We'd never have to think about food again. Oh, I'm thinking about food.
Oh, food. Think of the food.
Oh. Hey, Barry.
Gorgeous Creations.
I like it.
I'll see you there, pal.
Hey, go kill the fucking bird.
Let's go kill that fucking bird.
And you guys watch as Gorge.
Wait, I want to say goodbye.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. We're all.
yeah, no, I
Is
need
it
to
gonna
say
be like a
goodbye to
Wizard
him
of
too.
Oz?
We could just let him leave.
Yeah, no, I gotta talk to him.
Okay.
Okay, Tinel, you go first.
Okay. Tinel walks up to him and leans down and goes, "You do realize I met you first and then Beery, right?"
Yeah, you were the one that saved my life. That's how I knew you were gonna be best friends with my friend.
Be safe, alright?
I could say the same to you, but you're never, and you say,
I know. Be safe.
you too.
And she steps away. Oh no.
For those listening on the
There he is.
podcast, the boar plushie has
That's made an
has come out.
appearance.
Who's next?
Tariel will step forward and take his forehead in her hands. She gives him a little kiss on the nose.
No, thanks.
Scratches his head and says, keep your tusks sharp and your heart pure, and you will get them home.
Yeah, I will. Thanks. And you keep an eye out for Beery, yeah? I don't want anything to happen to him.
2 eyes, if I can spare them.
Well, that's of course an extra 6 HP to the final boss on.
Oh no. Yeah, even Halworth is going to step forward, and he's gonna give him a scratch just between the ears. And say, "That'll do, pig. That'll do."
Oh, well done. Even old man.
Someone had
Hallowell.
to. Someone had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
waiting to see if anyone else would, and I was like, oh, "Okay, I guess I'll take it." Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think Gorge is just gonna look up at you and go, Thanks for being his friend. And mine, but mostly his.
Always.
Goodbye.
Very well.
Looks down at you, Barry. Or looks, up at you, Barry. Hit him really, really hard for me, okay?
I will.
Okay.
For you.
And maybe for your dad.
My dad.
And you too, if you want. And me, all 3 of us. Just hit him really hard.
Meldoon's gonna feel it.
Oh, if you can hit him really hard too, that's even better.
Gorge, if you make it back to Minas Tirith and he is still there, you must tell Faramir.
As fast as my little piggy feet can carry me. And you see, he, excuse me, I'm not getting emotional at this very good,
Yeah, I'm not
heartfelt
crying.
goodbye I already had planned, but whatever, it's fine. You guys are going to see Pig picked up, put on the horse with Ashen, or Ash, and with Rosin. Sorry, I keep forgetting their names. And they're gonna look over at you and say, "We will not soon forget this. You will always be welcome in our camps and homes. I'm sorry we cannot join you on this, but we would only hinder you."
Go. Be well. Your father would be proud.
Yes, I imagine. He is. Thank you. And he's gonna nod. She's gonna just hoist her brother up one more time, look to the tree brother who's still able to walk in some sort of semblance, and they trot a little bit. They all glance back just after about 5-10 seconds of walking, just raise a hand in farewell. Gorge lets out a and the road ahead of you is going to be our final roll of the evening, because you have 25 miles to go. So everybody please roll me a d12, and we will have this final portion of travel after you have foregone the rest to see where your path lies next. Would you roll? Would you roll an Eye of Sauron, Max? Yeah.
Oh,
It's all right. We get rid of the highest number.
Beery's emotionally compromised right now.
Yeah.
I've gone through
Yeah.
a lot these last.
We all
that's
are.
Yeah.
fair. 7.
7, Okay.
6.
6.
Shit.
Would you roll?
I rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4. All right, 7 and 6, so 13 total. So 75 plus 13 is 88. Now, what we can do, if you would like, is I can tell you what you see ahead, and you can travel potentially to that location, but that means that you are now, or if you do that, you will be 1 dice roll away from reaching Gwahir. If you would like,
Yeah, what do
you
we
want to know?
Yep.
You want to know? Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on
Yeah.
1 second. Let me get my notes out.
What are their elf I see for sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Luckily, what you do see... Actually, before we do that, let me have you make scan checks first before I just tell you everything.
Ah.
Yeah, so you almost got me.
Yeah.
You almost
Close.
got me.
Oh, I got a Gandalf. Boom.
Did you
There you
really?
go.
Okay, well then you know what?
Really
No one else.
close.
No one else needs to roll. We'll have that be our final rolls of the evening. You see the fell beast with 3 heads circling Mount Doom over top, not really going any further than it needs to. The beasts of Gorgoroth, now that you know what to look for, have been tied and chained and latched somehow to these branches and are inch by inch pulling the nest closer to Mount Doom as it continues to thump, thump. What's up?
Just for our theater of the mind, this is like a Colosseum style nest. Like, how big is this nest?
Not exactly Colosseum style, but
Okay,
it's
okay.
it's huge. It's huge. It's oh God, I think if my description was right before, it was like football field sized, but like just not like the actual football field, like the
the
100
stadium.
yards.
Gotcha.
Yeah, not the actual stadium itself. Like
Okay.
it's about 100 yards long, and it's just massive. And the Ents that helped create it with their own bodies and branches, you can still see are just like almost as if they are moving. The branches themselves, like the Huorns right outside Helm's Deep that destroy all of the orcs. There's like this weird twisty vine movement, almost as if they're trying to help the nest get to the mountain as well.
Oh,
You also, sorry, because this is a Gandalf. On a Gandalf, you also see off by the Black Gate of Mordor, closer to where that direction is, the giant moth circling that area. Okay. You also,
Cool.
from where you are, would you see that? Yes. You are going to see a number of cave trolls, just sort of intermittently popping up, not out of holes in the ground, but out of places that are just sort of randomly there, whether there's a lean-to or what looks to be a kind of barracks. Good job on the Gandalf there, Zach. That was super clutch.
I don't know if I like it, but yeah.
I mean, you don't.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. There's also a number of watchtowers that you see. But Hallowith, on that Gandalf, this is sort of a Pandora's box, all of that bad stuff, but one good thing. You see a road, and the road leads to Barad-dûr. So
Well-
from this prison, you can
Okay.
Barad-dûr
Do
your
we,
way.
do we still want to go to Barad-dûr and scope it out there?
the nest is moving.
Yeah.
There's a clock now.
Yeah.
We got the information that we were kind of looking for in terms of what Gwahir does from the orc.
hmm
I would vote to just get there and
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Can we
So-
see this egg? Or
From
like,
your position, no, not.
we
from
just
where
see
you
the
are.
nest.
Yes.
Okay.
So at that, Tinel sits down and starts putting the orc armor on over her clothes,
Mhm.
and it's just getting mud and dirt and slicking it through her hair, and it's just like, we can't be noticed.
Yeah. Suit up.
Okay.
Mhm.
You
I'm
guys.
also imagining Halloweth and Beery like nuts to butts like on the back of this horse. Mind the hammer. Yeah, so yeah, we're suiting up, baby.
Okay. You all suit up. You're wearing orcish armor. You make your way to within 88 miles of your 100-mile journey. Now, here's what I'm going to ask. I am going to give you guys the opportunity to bed down for the night, and if you would like, we can continue our final travel check, and you can be at the nest at the end of this episode. If you would
Well-
like some time, though.
We have continued through the night. It should be dawn.
It will, so it will, yeah.
Done.
So basically, this is now the next day that you have continued through. If you would like to keep going
Got it.
for a third straight day, I will allow it. You will take another shadow point. Or if you would like to rest, we can have the start of our next episode be the final travel roll to get you to
Yeah.
Guai.
How far is the nest with this current
Yeah.
trajectory? Like we're able to do a
Yeah.
little bit of calculus, right? We're able to see the speed that it's grinding away. How close is it to Mount Doom?
How close is it to Mount Doom? Hang on one second. Let me.
Like, are they almost right there, or they got a hell of a journey ahead of them?
I'd
What's our
say
timeline look like?
I'd say you don't necessarily have a timeline in mind. You know you need to move fast. Actually, everybody make me an insight check. I'm gonna let the dice tell the story on this one because I don't have a distance that I gave. It was more the ticking clock of
Yeah, like is it in the foothills of the mountain? You know.
right.
Ooh, 20 with a
20.
6 in there.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
I also got to 20.
Okay.
Nice.
With
You-
a
oh,
six
would
in
you-
there.
20.
No,
Would
you
you-
did
Okay,
not.
I
Yes,
got,
I
I got
did.
4, 5, 9, 6, 15, 3, 18, 2, 20. Yeah.
Wait. Well, let me just in case.
Just
I get
in
a
case we-
22.
Yeah. If this is 20, we win.
4,
What is
that's
that?
10,
And-
that's 24.
Oh, 24.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, better, but so
Yeah.
just to be
That
clear,
would have been amazing.
someone got a 20 and someone got a 22.
No, I also got a 20.
Yes.
Wait, 3 of you rolled 20s?
all around.
Yeah.
I got a
That's
I
crazy.
didn't get a 20, a 2. I got a 20, comma, TOO.
hmm
Okay. With with 3 20s, you would guess that you probably have at least the evening. And that things will start to pick up in the morning. This will be sort of an all-night construction project kind of deal. You've got some time. It's not a
Okay.
lot, but
We
it's something.
we should rest. We should definitely
Yeah.
rest.
Okay.
Yeah. We can rest and then still get up the next morning and have at it if you want to do one final roll tonight.
hmm
It's
Yeah.
up to
I
you
want
guys.
to get there.
I know.
You want to get there?
Yeah. Bed down and then
But
Get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We put this off long enough. We've got to get there.
yep.
Mm.
All right. You guys, I'm going to make this real quick. Let's expedite this.
Okay.
Who's taking first watch?
Tinel.
Oh,
Okay. Tinel.
go for
Okay, so Tinel first, Beery second. Go ahead and make me a scan check.
Oh yeah. 17. Beat it by 6.
17 and beat it by 6. Okay, yeah,
And there is a 6 in there.
there is a 6 in there. Okay, let's set up the next watch. Beery, go ahead and make me a scan check. And then Tinel, you want to be up next? Or sorry, Tariel, you want to be up next?
Yeah, I'll do next.
Okay.
Yep.
A success with the 17.
Success with a 17. Okay. Tariel,
Okay, scan check.
scan check.
Come on, Dario.
17. That's another 20 with a 6.
Wow, okay.
Hey.
Zach, what's Aloith got?
For a scan. I beat my target number. I get a 14, 17 with a 6 in there.
Okay.
Hey.
Over the course of the evening, you guys update one another as you rest, as you keep watch. The beasts are still moving. It's a slow process. You also see, at some point during the watch, that a second giant ent has joined the first one and is in the midst of, like, almost attempting to push from the back. And you see a smattering of smaller creatures, orcs any bipedal things. You see flocks of birds start to sort of surround. There's it's almost like a music festival. Like, oh, the main stage is here at the nest, and everybody's going to be here eventually. It's just a question of when you get here.
Would you say this is Woodstock?
Oh, I loved it.
And no, I'm kidding. I was so close though. All right. But other than more creatures, more piling in, you guys are all disguised. You can probably sneak through if you're good enough with it, but there's no real updates for what happened other than it's still moving. Something seems to be going according to plan, and nothing seems to be stopping Gwai here from doing what he wants right now. So, go ahead.
Real quick, I just did, while I was on my watch, I was patching myself up a bit. I rolled a healing check and passed, but I only rolled a 1 extra.
Okay, you go ahead and roll a 1.
I've got 16 now.
Halloweth, if you would like to, I will allow you to make healing checks for the rest of them, but these will be done at ill favor.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
Just because you guys did decide.
It's just a straight roll. I have favor in healing. So it's just
beautiful.
But Barry and Tario don't need it, right? I find.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Tinel's the only one with.
Yeah, and you literally
I
only need to roll a 1 for me.
Oh,
terrific.
Beautiful.
Amazing. So just go up to full health.
Okay.
I rolled 2. So terrific.
Right.
Now it's only me that's a little bit. I'm still 9 HP off my.
Your total. Okay. Well, give yourself that +1 for that, and then here's what we're gonna do. You guys have bedded down to rest. You have said goodbye to your companions, Gorge especially. I would like everybody to please roll me a d12 with the knowledge that if you roll collectively between 2 of you, 12 or higher, we end here tonight, and you have to make your way through the groups of orcs and animals and everything to reach Gwai here in Mount Doom.
We're dressed as orcs.
I rolled an 11.
8.
8.
10.
Oh, Charlotte, no.
Doesn't matter. We take off.
Yeah.
Did you roll an Eye of Sauron?
Go ahead and take that Eye of Sauron out of there. Just
That's fine.
take back these.
10 and 8. That's 18.
That's 18. You guys spend the better part of the day on horseback, following this road, and you've disguised yourself as orcs. And orcs on horses? Sure. Why not? It's happened before. No one stops you. In fact, there's not many people there to stop you. There's not many creatures there to try and stop you. Everybody seems to be doing exactly what you yourselves are doing. And you arrive about a mile away from the nest. And you are now close enough. These sort of creatures that you see around you, you smell horrible, but off in the distance there's a flock of crabine from Dunland, or there's any number of large pythons slithering through the way, but they all seem to be drawing close to this egg. And you see, for as big as it is, because it's huge, just over the top of it is this little crest of a black dragon egg. And that is where we are going to end this episode of the Unpredicted Party. We will be back for part 2 and the confrontation with Gwai here next time.
Maybe it's a nice dragon.
Yeah, maybe we could be friends with it.
Oh yeah.
It's just a baby.
He's just a baby.
Baby.
Do they imprint? Can we just like hatch it and like we are your fathers?
We're
and
right
mothers
there.
now.
We all know how this goes in the books, right? If you happen to be there when the dragon hatches, you and the dragon can be friends.
You're it.
Those
you're
are
the
rules.
Yeah.
Those are the dragon rules. I don't
Yeah.
make the dragon rules.
You don't make the dragon rules. I do.
Do you know what I just realized all
What?
the animals are doing?
What?
They're dragging it.
Oh.
Good night, everybody. Join us every other Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. That next Monday at 7 a.m., wherever you listen to your podcasts. I have been Don Marshall. My very smart, very talented friends have been Max Randolph, Zach Smith, Tori Fox, and Charlotte Moore Lambert. The Gorge was played by me. The heartfeltness was played by all of you, because, my God, I've never actually started tearing up as much as I have in that moment. Thank you. sorry, y'all, but it happens. I'm sure live chat's having an absolute field day and a roller coaster of emotions in what will inevitably be, a 2.5-hour episode if I'm lucky. Anything else before we go to the Unpredicted after party on Patreon?
So much for the sneaking up plan. We gotta get through this
Yeah.
entire population of
Oh
orcs.
my
Well, you're sneaking
God.
through. You've got orc
True.
We
armor
are,
on.
we are still sneaking. We are
You're still
currently
sneaking, just,
I
not
just-
not a good way.
Suspicious.
Yeah.
Don't-
Who knows? Maybe there's nothing maybe there's nothing stopping you from just going up and stabbing them.
That feeling of
No, man,
that feeling of all hope being lost. We're starting to get there a little bit.
Yeah? Are
really
you?
feeling it?
Are you?
Really feeling it.
Yeah,
I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling it.
Good.
Well, I'll talk more about that in the after party.
Good. Good. Like I said, plans went awry, Palantirs went missing, things happen.
Yep.
Good luck. All right, we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Players, thank you so much. Next episode, we come face to face with Gwaihir the Windlord. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.